Hello, this is Fatima from Easy Automation Labs, and this is our third class of QA. And today I will be discussing about. I will start our discussion with a confluence sheet in Atlassian. But before that, I'm going to recap where we left off. So from first class, we have discussed everything from client requirement specification to till the last part, pre-refinement session, then refinement session, and after everything comes after that, like maintenance part, production, pre-production part. We have discussed everything, but let's start from client requirement specification today. So I did not discuss some of the important parts uh, because in first two classes I have discussed the most basic topics of our of this course, and I will be dig deep into this part more to in today's class. So let's start with our client requirement specification. But before that, here we have some question on each part, so I will answer all of this. And here, what types of requirement client provides? There will be different requirements, such as which is client requirement specification will hold, and um, non-functional items are mentioned here. No, here will non-functional items mostly not, because it will come later in client requirement specification. The items that it holds will be the main, and functional and technical, everything will be here. So, and after that, here is an example on which browser the application will run, how many users can use the application at a time, will it work on both mobile and laptop or only laptop. So these are the non-functional items. But are these here? Oh, but it can be here in our pen example. I have started this topic by a pen example. I hope all remember here a pen. And in first CRS, it held some key points about how the pen will be and its uses as well. So it can hold non-functional, functional, technical as well. So we will discuss later. So today, our main topic is our Atlassian. In here, this is a confluence sheet, and let me tell you what is this. Okay, so first of all, this is a confluence sheet. Suppose you have joined your company today, a company have hired you today, and you are hired in that company as a tester, and this company will be starting a new project. They will be starting a new project, and you have been hired at the right time. So everyone is also there, business analyst, product owner, and client as well, architect, QA lead, all of them are here. And now so as I said before, making the pen, there will be a lot of discussion, a lot of documentation will be created. So we will first look at here. As you can see, you will be given this. Every company has its own Atlassian and has its own confluence sheet, confluence space. So we will first look at here. Our high level document, as you can see, is in here. So what is high level document? Let's go check it out. Okay, so this section is going to represent all the documents that will give all stakeholders a proper idea about what we are going to build. It is like to get idea of the build, the build, I mean the project that you're going to make, and the build of that project. And in here version 1, suppose this is version 1 and build version 1 and documents, it represents all the documents that will give all stakeholders, I mean everyone in this project, they will have a proper idea about what we are going to build. All right. and, and now we have let's see, BRD, business requirement documents. Okay, but before moving into that part, yeah, We will first go to high level documents by business, PO and BA. This document is created by business and product owner and business analyst, and I hope we all remember who creates the BRD, business requirement documents. And now first we will click on our client requirement specification. Client requirement specification. Who creates the client requirement specification? Business, client or customer creates the client requirement specification. As we can see, created by client John. I mean he's the business people, one of the business people, created by him and assisted by, I mean, who were there while he was creating it. There was product owner and then business analyst. All right. And version, the project that you are going to build is the your store version 1, and we will go to this document as well. All right. And yeah, overview, let's give it some overview. And client requirement specification, in our pen example we just went give you just a simple text line how it's going to be, how the CRS, but in softwares and in real life it's not gonna be like this, nothing gonna be like this. It will be, it will look like something like this. The client requirement specification will something like look like this. First of all, we have our overview. The client is looking for a simple and user-friendly website that can provide a seamless experience to its users. The website will be used to showcase various products and service that the client offers. Okay, I mean, the overview, in overview is kind of like a definition of the whole thing or the main goal. No, we are moving on to our goals in next part, but overview will give you a hint of the whole part of client requirement specification. A user-friendly website, a website that can provide a seamless experience to its users. Whenever we get into a website, we uh, hope that the website works perfectly. It doesn't block out anything, it doesn't. And yeah, this is the overview. And in goals, I mean the goals that will be in CRS, let's see one by one. Create a website that can provide a seamless user experience. Create a website, I mean, by creating it will take a lot of work efforts, everything, but in the goals it just we can see line by line. First line says create a website that can provide a seamless user experience, and then it says showcase products and services offered by the client and increase engagement. Showcase products and services offered by the client. Okay, whenever we go to suppose we went to a dress address website, suppose such as like Amazon. When we go to Amazon, we see lots of products in our in our it's showcasing us a lot of products in our screen, just like this. Okay. Okay, so your store, as you can see, your store, I mean the name will be here, and the product are featured here in when the moment I clicked on the website, it will look something like this. Okay, and then increase engagement and drive more traffic to the website. Okay, drive more traffic to the website, increase engagement. What did they mean by increase engagement? Here comes the marketing process, or how a website can be recognizable by people. I bought something from a website and I like this product so much, so I'll definitely refer it to my friends and families, right? So that's how the engagement works. If they can satisfy a customer, of course they're gonna be they will buy second time from your website and things like that. And the last part is increase customer retention by providing useful information. you know uh, this yeah increase customer retention by providing useful information. The website will hold such information that will be useful for the customer, and they will be much interested to buy things from your website. All right, sorry for that. And now here we have our constraints. Constraints meaning, let's see what it got here. Budget for the project is limited, and the website Okay, now constraints mean the limitations. So budget for the project is limited. I mean, uh, everything has a limitation such as budget, and this is really crucial in terms of the software parts, such as budget for the project is limited. I mean, there will be a limited budget for all the person who will be responsible to create this project, and the website should be completed within a specific timeline. Okay. Okay, so the website should be completed within a specific timeline. Of course, they will give the the project who are responsible for the project. Suppose the client will give them 3 months time or 4 months time to complete the website, and then client requires regular updates on the progress of the project, and client will tell them to give them updates on everything regarding the project, and of course the progress as well. They must submit their progresses and their updates to the client. So as I said, this will be our example of how our website is going to look. And now we will discuss our system software requirement specification. System software requirement specification, also known as SRS. I have discussed about this in our last class. This is, SRS document is a comprehensive description of the software system to be developed. I mean, it holds the all the technical terms and functional terms as well, non-functional requirements as well. So let's it includes all the functional and non-functional requirements of the software, as well as the constants and assumptions that underlie those requirements. Okay, and the purpose of an SRS document is to provide a clear and detailed description of what the software is supposed to do and how it is supposed to do. Alright, so created by, who created this? Just like previous one, business analyst, and assisted by, I mean, who's gonna review that? Sorry, who's gonna be help him while creating the SRS? It will be product owner, and then client will be there as well. One of the client will be there as well, and version will be user version 1. And reviewed by the whole team. The whole team will review this part, SRS. And and SRS, I hope you remember, while creating the backlog, product backlog, the business analyst will also create FRD and SRS. I hope you remember from last class. And let's overview. Here is software requirement specification, outlines the functional and non-functional requirements for the demo website. Okay, and then functional requirements, what it holds: the website should have a responsive design that works on all devices. Okay, so one website working on someone else's phone but it's not working on my phone and many other phone, it's not going to be like that. The website will be made by something that will work on everything, all will be able to access into it. Okay, users should be able to browse products and services offered by the client. Okay, you go to a website, you search in their shop or in their website about a specific product, and it will be offered to you while you search for something in their website, so it will come to you. And then user should be able to search for specific products and services, both of them are same, and you are searching for a specific product and you type it out in search bar, and you will get your desired product. And then website should have forms for inquiries and feedback. Every website have inquiries and feedback at the last, at the very bottom of the website. We will have something called inquiries and feedback if you want to talk to the customer service or something like that. The website should have social media integration. Suppose a company has their website, and you go to their website, and if you want to check out their Instagram or Facebook, if you scroll down a little bit, you will get their social media integration as well, such as Facebook, Instagram, and other things as well, Twitter as well. And these are the functional requirements that will be written in the SRS. Okay, and non-functional requirements are performance. The website should be optimized for fast page load times and smooth navigation. It will be smooth, it will work smooth, it won't take much time of customer, otherwise they will lose the interest of coming into your website. And the website should be able to handle high traffic and concurrent user sessions. High traffic meaning, such as Facebook. The high traffic for Facebook is huge because in second millions of people are trying to log in, are trying to do the same task such as post, react, comment in second, millions and billions of people. So there's a high traffic for that, but they have a group of people who will be handling these things, and the website should also be able to handle those high traffic. It should be made that way so that the website can handle the high traffic. Okay. And then the website should have a caching mechanism to improve performance. Caching mechanism meaning, suppose you're not using your phone, you're not using your laptop, but you're talking to one of your friend about a specific product that you're wanting to buy. But next time when you open your phone, you open any e-commerce browsing website, you will see that exact product will pop up into your screen, and you will be shocked. You will feel like something is recording your conversation, but it's not like that. The website have a caching mechanism, which is called caching mechanism, and they will they have this mechanism that will be able to showcase you what you're wanting to buy. And the security, this is important. The website should use SSL encryption to secure user data during transmission. The website should use these are not for us. This is not important for us. CAPTCHA. I hope you all know what CAPTCHA is. Whenever you go to a website, they will try to verify whether you're human or a robot. Okay. This is to prevent automated attacks for such as hackers and other other illegal acts as like that. The website should comply with industry security standards and regulations. And now compatibility. The website should be compatible with major web browser, including Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Edge. Suppose the website is working on Firefox but not working on Chrome, so it's not should be like that because Chrome is very popular among normal people like us, and it is used in almost in the whole world. So the website should be work in those web browsers. And then we have the website should be compatible with mobile device and responsive design. Okay, responsive design such as responsive design. We have other things as well, just like mobile. We will be able to go through any website using the search bar. And then assumptions and dependencies. The development team assumes that the website will be developed using modern web development technology, HTML5, CSS5, JavaScript, and PHP. These are for the automation testers. And for the development team assumes that the website will be hosted on a reliable and scalable hosting infrastructure. Okay, these are not important for us. So we have we now know what our SRS will look like, and now we will be looking onto our functional requirement document. Okay. These will also come with product backlog. I hope you all remember. And now this functional requirement document, let me tell you something. It is a functional requirement document is a more focused document than the SRS document. It describes the specific functions of the software and how those functions are supposed to work. Okay, the purpose of an FRS document, functional requirement document, is to provide a detailed description of the software's functionality so that the development team knows what they need to build. This is for the development team because this will, I hope you remember from our last class that I have mentioned that functional requirement document will hold a book, and I will be moving on to that part. But before that, let's say how important it is for us to moving on to our next steps. And first, it was created by business analysts, just like SRS. It is also created by our business analyst and assisted by product owner and client, and version 1 reviewed by the whole team, and main PDF version with pictures. Okay, let's go to our functional requirement book. So this is functional requirements, product name, your store, front end. Okay, and now this is our first page, front end, and then prepared by, the name will be here, and who, there will be one to many business analysts, so their name will be here, and the date will also be here, the day it was created. An overview: your store is free, open source e-commerce. Your store, by what did I mean by your store? I mean the name of the website. It's a free open source e-commerce platform from online merchants. Your store, suppose there will be a name, provides a professional and reliable foundation from which to build a successful online online store. This foundation appeals to a wide variety of users, ranging from seasoned web developers looking for a user-friendly interface to use, to shop owners just launching their business online for the first time. Okay. So this is the overview. I'm not gonna read the whole part. So requirements: your store requires certain technical requirements to be met for the store to operate properly. First, a web server must be created to make the open cart store publicly available on the web. Sorry. These extensions must be enabled for OpenCart to install properly on the web server. Okay. These are the extensions, and PHP, JavaScript, database, MySQL, suggested web server, Apache system. Front end, I mean front end, meaning this document is intended to be used as an introduction to your store. Default storefront. Storefront reveals how the customer views and interacts with the store. So this is front end, how people will be seeing it. And the products seen above are included as sample data with the OpenCart installation. Okay. These products can easily be removed and replaced with the shop's products later. Alright, so this is like an example of how our websites, it's more like a homepage, you can say, and it says all the products seen above are included as sample data. Okay, this is just sample how our website is gonna look, and it is open cart installation. We all know what is open cart, and these products can easily be removed and replaced with the shop's products later. Okay, and now navigating the shop. Your store default theme makes navigating a shop's products easily accessible to its customer. And first one is the home page, and it says the home page is arguably the most important page in the shop. And in terms of presentation, yeah, whenever we click onto a website and we go there, we can see that the home page appears in front of us, and we see some really nice photos of the products, and everything else is really perfect, and it is displayed in the first page, I mean in the home page. So it is really most important page in the shop, because if I get interested by the first page, then obviously I will go and search for other products as well. And in most cases, there will be the first page that a customer interacts with, especially if they are directed to the store site from a search engine. Okay, the shop's homepage needs to be user-friendly while at the same time highlighting the shop's product. Okay, it will highlight the shop's product as well as it will be user-friendly. The first step in becoming familiar with the storefront is understanding the anatomy of the OpenCart default homepage. Okay, storefront meaning this is here it will pop our name. Here it will pop our name, our shop's name. Okay, and the header will be displayed at the top of the page on every page of the store, not just the home page. Okay, this is the header. Okay, let me zoom it out so we can see here our first thing is our store name or store logo. Here it is our store logo, and then we have just give me a moment. This is our store logo, and second part will be our currency block, and the customer can select which currency the store's products will be, clicking on any of the currency icons. Okay, the customer can select which currency the store's products will be. Okay, so this, suppose this website works for several countries. Okay, so it will show you the prices based on your country's currency. And the third part is shopping cart, displays the number of items purchased and the total price of the order. Clicking on button will containing all of products added to the cart, and option to view cart or checkout. Okay, you are going through your website and you are selecting some of the products that you liked, but you still haven't didn't decide whether you're going to buy them or not. But in shopping cart you will see your all of your products, and when you click onto your view cart, and it will give you the idea of how much your all of your products are going to be if you want to buy it, I mean the total price of the order. Okay, and the search box, the customers can type in the search box to search for a product within the store's product categories. Here is the search box, and here is the search box, and the last is, and then after we have links that the customers to the home page, wish list, my account, shopping cart, and checkout. Okay, you can see there are several links here. First one at the top, it is at the top, and it says my account, and then we have wish list. I hope we all know what wish list is, and then we have also shopping cart as well, and then checkout here. Okay, and then telephone is here. It's the website's or company's number. It's company telephone number, and my account. Customer can register or log in from here. You haven't registered, but you're just roaming around in the website. You're looking for products, but if you want, suppose it is requiring you to register first before ordering any product, or they may offer you, if you register and order, then you will get a discount. So it will be here you can go click here, and you will be able to open your account or register from there. And the top menu category only displays the top parent categories of products. Okay, like the header, the top menu will be displayed on every page. When the customer's mouse is dragged over a category, a drop down menu will display the subcategories for that parent category. Okay, what did it mean by that? If I click on this MacBook options, it will show me a lot of different products related to MacBooks or laptops, and we have also here cameras as well. And then slideshow displays several products banner of your choice by alternative images slideshow. So I go to the website, and it will we know what slideshow is. A one by one picture will come out and show me. And then featured products, your products gives you the option of featuring specific products of their choosing on the home page. It will not show all the products, but in the featured we can see laptops is here, but we can choose to picture out our laptops or other PC or other electronic devices. It depends on what we are going to do with our website. And then we have this is the featured products. We can see here it can be several items as well. And now footer is located at the bottom of every page, not just the home page. The footer we can see information, customer service, extras, and my account. Okay, in every website we can see at the bottom of the very page, not only it will contain not only in the home page, but all the existing pages of the website. We can see everything. We can see these 4 parts in every pages of the website, and this block of miscellaneous links is useful in sorting relevant pages for the customer that may not logically sort anywhere else. Okay, the organizational scheme of the footer can be divided into the following selections. Okay, And information, we can see about us, delivery information, privacy policy, terms and conditions. Information, you will get information of, there will be sort of locations and other things if you want to know about more of the company. And customer service, contacts us, returns, and sitemap. These are important as well for your orders. And extras will be brands, gift certificates, affiliate, and specials. These are also um, specials as well. And my account, you can see everything regarding your connection between the shop. Okay. And then product pages, your store default product page will follow the structural format seen below. Okay, let's just scroll down and see. Yeah, I think we are done here because I'll be yeah, let's just discuss this part because there is a lot of part. Basically what we do in a website, if we are going to buy something and creating an account, first you have to create an account as a new customer. If you are a new customer, you must register, or if you have already an old customer, you just have to put your email and password and continue. And then by clicking my account, you can billing details, delivery options, you will give them, and then there you will give them your delivery method and how you're going to pay them, and then after that you are going to confirm the order. Okay, so this is our functional requirement document. Okay, this is our functional requirement document, and here it is like a book, and this is important. Now let's go back to our, give me a moment. Okay, so this was our book, and I have discussed everything in here. And now just to tell you, this was created by the business analyst, and this was created by business analyst. And before that, I hope you remember who creates the user stories and product backlog. The product owner does it. The product owner does it, and after reviewing the this document, okay, after reviewing this document, user stories and product backlog will be created, but not before that, not before this document. Everyone will review this document, and then product owner will create some user stories and product backlog. Okay, and after that he will business analyst will be handed out those, and he will create some business requirement specification. Okay. And now our product backlog is ready. Okay, and let me check it here. Yeah, our product backlog is ready, and now we can see here project plan by project manager. Okay, let's see what it has, and reviewed by the whole team, assisted by product owner, client, and now this is our project plan by project manager. It was created by project manager, and we can see project goals. It has to develop a fully functional e-commerce website for your store that meets customer needs and requirements, increases sales, and enhance the customer experience. Okay, we all know what customer experience mean. I mean, if you order something from a page and you don't like it, and obviously there will be impact on your company and on your project. So it has to be something that meets the customer needs and requirements, and of course you must do the marketing in a way that it will increases your sales. And then we have project timeline. I mean, how much time should the project how much time it's gonna consume. It will be 9 months, and for the budget it is 200k, and we have team members. as you can see in team for this project, the team members are project manager, business analyst, UX UI designer, that means the architects, and front end developer, back end developer, and QA tester. We are gonna be in this section. And project phases and deliverables are planning phase and requirement analysis phase and design phase. Okay, requirement analysis phase, I have discussed this part, and design phase as well, and development phase in our previous classes. All right. Okay, just let me go down from here. Develop project charter and scope statement, conduct stakeholder analysis and identify key stakeholders, develop project timeline and budget, and conduct risk assessment and develop risk management plan. So in this planning project, it will contain everything like project charter to stakeholder analysis and identify key stakeholders, and project timeline, it's really important, and all the budget is as well so important in our projects. And we have to consider our risk assessment and develop risk management as well, because while running a project, while working on a project, there may a lot of risks or a lot of trouble may come. So we have to make a management plan on that, and communication plan, I mean, to communicate with other team members as well while we are working on this project. So this is also important, and project plan and scheduling is also important part. Requirement analysis phase, we know what requirement analysis phase, and I'm not going to discuss all of this because I have discussed these things in our previous classes. So let's just discuss the testing phase. Conduct functional testing. We know what is functional testing. Functional testing, I have told you about the functional requirements in these two documents. And then we have usability testing, performance testing, security testing, acceptance testing, regression testing, bug fixing, and issue resolution. We will be learning all of these testing mechanisms in our next classes, hopefully. But this is just the idea of how the testing phase will be and which part it will be divided. And then we have deployment and then we have project management approach and project risk. Okay, technical risk, it is important, this part is really important. It says project risk, I mean technical risk, system failure, data loss, and security breach. Okay, system failure mean for some reason, for some technical issues, your website is not working and you have lost a lot of your data, which will be a huge loss for your company. And stakeholder risk, changes in stakeholder requirements, stakeholder conflict. Stakeholder meaning suppose the product owner or the business clients, they tell you to change the requirements, then it will obviously put a lot of impact on ongoing project. Okay. And then we have resource risk, meaning the skilled resources turnover. It is not the resources, it's like the shortage of skilled testers, you can say. And budget risk, unexpected expenses, cost overrun. So while running a project, you may face with a lot of unexpected expenses. It can be while a project manager, a product owner or business tells you to change some things in your project. He tells the whole team to, hey, change these requirements, and then the budget that you have fixed in at first starting your project, then whenever they try to change it, the project plan will it will just change by the time if you try to change anything. So this is budget risk. And communication plan, this is just to communicate, how you can communicate, when to communicate, all about the meeting, etc. And project success criteria. Okay, this is about how your website is gonna meet success if you do all the requirement completely perfectly fine. And then we have design document. Here is the design document. Okay, so design document is for our architects it is created by our architects mainly, and it was created by architect and assisted by project manager, technical leads. Okay, this will be given to the developers to create the project. Okay, and version will be version 1, and reviewed by the others. Business analyst is here as well, and architects and technical and developers is here. Okay, because developers will be making the product. And main PDF version, let's click it here. It's not opening right now, not a problem. And approvers will be project manager. Product manager will be the one who will approve this, product manager or product owner. And design document, it is just a design of how our product will be and how it will be created. Okay, just let me read out the important parts. Introduction. The purpose of this document is to provide a detailed technical design of your store e-commerce website. This document outlines the design and architecture of the website, including search functionality, registration and login functionality, add to cart functionality, payment gateway functionality. As you can see, the most important functionalities are mentioned here, and it says a lot about search functionality, registration and login functionality, add to cart functionality, payment gateway functionality. Okay, so this is important. Once we in our next classes we will discuss more on these documents. And now we have product backlog. Okay, product backlog, we have I hope you remember, product backlog was created by user stories. Okay, product owner created some user stories from the functional sorry, not this one. While he was creating while the business analyst created the FRD document, he will review that and he will create some user stories, and then after that he will create a product backlog. Okay, and this is our registration page, as I have discussed in details in our second class, that there will be, suppose, a box and it will contain our user stories, and if we click onto a certain a specific user story, then it will open everything, like a BRD, sorry, a BRS. So this is like those 1 2 3 4 5, and let's go to the first one. This is our registration mandatory field. Okay, this is our registration page mandatory field. So let's see what is here. As a user, I want to see clear instruction on the registration web page that explain which fields are mandatory, so that I can fill them out correctly. Okay, so that he can fill them out correctly. So suppose this is one of the user story. And then we have our mandatory field 2. As a user, I want to be able to enter my first name, last name, email address, telephone and password, so that I can be able to create an account. Okay, so in this user story, I want to see clear instructions on the registration web page, so that which fields are mandatory, so that I can fill them out correctly. Okay, when you go to a website, you want to create an account, or they are requiring you to open or registration into their web page, so that you can continue shopping. Otherwise you won't be able to keep a track on your product. So it will be better if you register. So in this part, in this user story, it says it has to be clear instruction on registration web page. And the second part is the customer's credentials, such as his name, his email address and telephone password, so that I can be able to create an account. Okay, and the third one says product catalog. I want to be able to see a static top menu with product catalog options, so that I can easily browse through the website. So you go to a website and you see a lot of products, but you first see, you are looking for, suppose, a phone. You're wanting to buy a phone, and then whenever you go to that website, a really nice brand new phone pops up, and you're willing to see more of the models of that brand. So suppose you're wanting to buy a Samsung one, and so you click on it, and static top menu with product catalog options, and you will suppose you click on this, and these are the product catalog. Okay, and you click on a specific item, and it will take you to another page where it contains that specific items, other models and other brands as well. And now in this user story, we have static header, I want to be able to see a static header with multiple options, including the ability to switch currency, access my contacts, view my contact, manage my wish list and my shopping cart. In the document I have, I hope you remember, in this document I have shown you in the at the top of the page. It says, you can change the currency depending your country and language and contacts, or you can watch your wish list as well. It will be on the header. Okay, so this is another user story. Okay, we are reading this user story under the product backlog. Okay, and this is another user story, registration page, newsletter subscription. I want to be able to select yes or no in the newsletter subscription at the bottom of the registration web page, so that I can decide whether or not to receive updates from the website. So whenever you go to a website, you register from in that website, and the website requires you to click on yes or no. It depends on you. If you want to get updates from this website, which products are they launching next month or soon, so it depends on the customer whether they decide whether or not to receive updates from the website. Okay, so this is another user story, and this is our quick access panel. Okay, as a user I want to be able to see a right side quick access panel that contains options for following. Yeah, these are everything. You will get them in the website so that I can easily navigate the website. So this is our product backlog, and after that we will discuss our business document, BRD. Just give me a moment. So BRS, alright, so this is our BRS, and so this is our business requirement. Now we will discuss our business requirement specification. So we have business requirement specification here, but we will be discussing it from our OneNote. So suppose it has some questions like the others. So it has some questions, so I hope we all know what the answer is. Who creates it? It was created by business analyst. And what do we mean by technical story? So in this business requirement specification, it will hold the technical requirements for the developers. These are the technical story. And what is the format of a complete user story? The format that is used to make the user story or BRS is Gherkin. Okay, Gherkin. Functional plus technical user story. Okay, functional and technical, what did I mean? It has SRS and FRD. I hope you remember that. And now let's move on to our Confluence. And now this is our business requirement specification. Okay, so let's click on the first one. A business requirement specification. Each BRS was created by each user story. So first one was our registration page, related our registration page in this part. I hope you remember. And now yeah, this one, so let's read it out. Mandatory field. First one is user registration. As a user I want to see clear instruction on the registration web page. As a user, I want to see clear instruction on the registration web page that explain which fields are mandatory so that I can fill them out correctly. I have already read it out, so now let's see the scenarios of this BRS. User accesses to the registration web page. Okay, you are checking out a website, and then given the user navigates to the registration web page, when the user loads the registration web page, then the user should see a clear indication of which fields are mandatory to fill out. Okay, so just for example, let's go to Amazon and let me show it from there. And account and list. Okay, your account. So let's click on account, and because I don't have new customers, I haven't opened an account in Amazon. So let's start from here, start here. So this is the first one, you can say. So yeah, this one. User accesses to the registration web page. This is our registration web page, okay? And then the second one, given the user navigates to the registration web page, I am navigating in this web page, and this, when the user loads the registration web page, then the user should see a clear indication of which fields are mandatory to fill out. I can see now I can see now which fields are mandatory. You can see that these are, they showed you enter your email or your mobile phone and enter your name, okay? These are, they did not, mainly all the other website put an asterisk in these boxes, but they put, an exclamatory sign to and also make these in red format, so that I can understand easily that these are the mandatory fields that I need to fill out, and a password is also a must. And then we have second scenario, user fills out mandatory fields correctly. I filled it out with my credentials, and given the user has accessed the registration web page, when the user fills out mandatory fields incorrectly, then an error message should display explaining how to fill out the mandatory fields correctly. Okay, then an error message should be displayed explaining how to fill out mandatory fields correctly. Okay, suppose I have at least 6 characters. You can see I have put 4 characters. So then I tried to continue, and then it says no, you must put 6 characters. So it is created in that way that it will show me immediately when I put less than 6 characters. It will show me that you have to put at least 6 characters. Okay, so this scenario says it. And acceptance criteria, you can see that for this BRS, for the 2 scenario, we also only have one acceptance criteria. It will be different in other products or other websites as well, because it is only requiring one acceptance criteria for 2 scenarios. So that's not a problem, because this acceptance criteria is matching to the other scenarios. And now acceptance criteria says the web page has a text saying, if you already have an account with us, please log in at the login page. I mean, if you have already opened or registered in that website, you can only log in and continue your shopping. And a link to the login page, you will get a login to directly connect you to the website. And then registration web page should clearly indicate which fields are mandatory. Okay, yeah, as I said, they will indicate which fields are mandatory. If the user fills out mandatory fields incorrectly, an error message should be displayed explaining how to fill out the mandatory fields correctly. Okay, so this is the technical requirements. Now let's see, just like the Amazon registration page, it is also shown you here with an asterisk. All mandatory fields must be clearly marked with an asterisk or other clear visual indication. Other clear visual indication, this is not an asterisk, another sign. First name, okay, must put your first name. And then when the user attempts to submit the registration without filling out mandatory, an error message should be displayed explaining which fields are mandatory, how to fill them out correctly. Just like this, you have just given your second name and you have given your password, and you are trying to continue with it, but it won't continue because you haven't gave out your first name. And then it will show you first name must be between 1 to 32 characters. Okay, it will show you what to do. And these are the technical requirements. This is important for the developers. Okay, the URL for the application registration page will be this, and the website should include a user registration and login system that is secure and easy to use. And this is not important for us. And speech from pre-refinement. Okay, now let's go back to our pre-refinement. We know after our BRS is complete, we will have, before moving on to the production part, we will have pre-refinement session. And I believe you remember what happens in pre-refinement session. There will be discussion regarding the user stories and BRSs. Okay, sorry, BRS. There will be discussion regarding the BRS. Of course, the BRSs are created from user stories. Okay. In pre-refinement session, everyone will be there except the business people. And so let's see. In pre-refinement session, suppose two features user story is ready. Sign in and sign up. What do you think? Which one will be verified first and which one will be verified at last? Okay. So let me just put here some. This is important. So let me write down in here. Okay, let's first zoom it out. So suppose we will be writing something which topic or which user story or which BRS, and the thing inside a BRS, which one we should discuss first or which one we should be putting our priorities first. So there's a list, so it starts from P0, P1, P2, P3, P4. Okay. So P0 is the most important one, and then this is the second most important, and the third, fourth, and this is the least important one. And so let's say in a pre-refinement session, suppose two features user story is ready. Sign in and sign up. What do you think? Which one will be verified first and which one will be verified at last? In a word, which one will be prioritized and which one will be less prioritized? Okay. So here this is our priority and severity. Okay, let me say what is priority and severity is. Priority is which will impact the customers most, and severity is which will impact business the most. Customers meaning the one who's gonna be buying from us from the website, and the business meaning the owners. I meant the owner's severity. Okay, so here you can see P0 is the first priority and severity is really high. Okay, so this one. Alright, so yeah, P0. So sign in and sign up. We all know if we want to continue shopping, if you want to continue browsing in the website, we must register, which we sign up. In another case, this is register. Sorry, here. Okay, so we might say that if we can we have to register first, then we have to sign in. So register should be first one to be put here in P0. Okay, but that's not really the case, because you might also ask that if we cannot register, then how are we going to sign in? Like first we have to register, then we can sign into the website. But suppose you have signed up, it will take you 1 minute to sign up, and then you just put your credentials and you open an account. But after you have opened the account, what are you going to do? Alright, so let me go back to our Confluence sheet once again. And okay, so as I was discussing about which one will be created at first. So for that, okay, so here, so as I said, P0 will be sign in. I mean the P0 will be sign in. It has more priority than the sign up, because but in cases of building, sign up will be created first. Build for building, sign up will be created first. Let me just write it here, sign up. But in priority cases, our first priority is sign in after creating sign up. But when the developers are going to build the features one by one, they will create the sign up option. After that they will after that they will do the sign in and other parts as well. So that why am I saying that sign in is much more important? Okay, so suppose a random customer like you and me are trying to sign in after I have registered, and then I'm trying to sign in into their website, but I'm facing some serious issues as I just mentioned about the pricing and all. I have ordered a product but I cannot see anything. So this will be I will really not be satisfied with that, and I will be complaining to the customer service that this is really bad. I did not expect this from this website. So this will impact heavily on the customer, but it will also have a severity on the business as well. All right, so that is why the sign in registration, no, the login option will be created first. After that sign up will be created, and after that, as we are done here, so discussion in this pre-refinement session, it's just a discussion among all the team members which will be created, which feature will be created first, and it depends on the priority and which one comes at priority first. That will be created first, and then as I have told you, there will be some corrections throughout the features, which is called SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, which is the full form of SMART, short form of SMART. And what are the correction? What are the correction? What did I mean by correction? What did I mean by that? Okay, so whenever in first BRS, I hope you remember, which is registration page. So registration page is created, and suppose the dev will have some problems. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. So these are the technical requirements. All right, so these are the technical requirements. Dev will yeah, while creating these technical features, if and after that the tester will test it out, and if tester found some mistakes and defects on that, that is called, that will be good to fix the product, I mean to fix the feature. And it will be let me fix is requirement, and smart, it depends on smart. If the fixation of the features that needs to be fixed, it will be in here. Okay, the requirements should be specific and well defined. They should clearly state what the system is supposed to do and how it should behave and what features it should have. This helps to avoid any ambiguity or confusion in the requirements. All right, so in this process, it's just that team members who are responsible for fixing the things, they will fix those mistakes in the features. And after that we have our refinement session, pre-refinement. After that we have our refinement session, but in between what's gonna happen in between our pre-refinement and refinement session, in between what happens, I hope you remember from our last class. Basically now everything will be going to the production, not the production, the environment. First one will be dev, and then we have testers. Okay, so they, and also architects as well, so they will have walkthrough meetings and they will do some work together, and they will do some meeting together, and they will check it out, how much time will it take for each team, how much will it take for dev team, and what tools and things are going to be needed to create the features. And testers will take, how much time will it take to test the features. That architect will take some time, how much it will take to design that. Everything will be in 2 days. it has a 2 days time. Okay, everything in 2 days they will discuss it and they will go through meetings, and then after that we will have our refinement session. Okay, but before refinement session, here another thing happens, test plan and test strategy. These two things will happen also in between this. So let me tell you what test plan and test strategy is. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, epic is for each team. So we have epic 1, epic 2, and epic 3. Epic 2 is for QA team, this is for us. And in epic 1 we have registration, login, search, add to cart, you know, the user stories that I mentioned, those are, and environment based URLs. I will discuss it later, but first let's look at the test plan. Okay, so this is the test plan, and okay, this is the test plan. This epic 2 will be for us, and test strategy, let's first discuss the test plan. And so as you can see, there are two test strategies, one for QA2 team 2 and one for QA team 1. So for the QA team 1, created by QA lead. Okay, the test strategy will be created by the QA lead, and we have document purpose. This document outlines the test strategy for your store e-commerce website project. Okay, strategy, it will mainly tell everything about the testing related topics and mechanisms. Everything will be here, how they will test out, how in using which tools they will be doing everything, their testing parts. Projects and release overview. The user story project is an e-commerce website that allows customers to browse, select, purchase product online. Okay, release 1, release 2, release 3. So in this test strategy we can see that it has 3 releases. Homepage will be released in 2 months, and header will be in 3 months, and top menu will be in 4 months. Okay, overall test objects. Okay, overall test objects for the your store project are to ensure that the website is easy to use and navigate for customers. Obviously the website should be easy for everyone to use, otherwise it should not have much, you know, much traffic, or it should not have much annoying. Some websites are much annoying because whenever you try to get into a website, it just keeps on the interface looks really not fitting, or the how everything was created in that website, sometimes it really annoys the customer. So it should not happen, because customer, if the customer is not satisfied with the website, they obviously won't be interested in buying from that store. Okay, and it should be secure and reliable, compatible with different web browsers and devices. I mean, you can access into that website using different browsers, using Edge, using Chrome, or anything else, or different devices, and compliant with industry standards and regulations. Okay, it should be industry standards and regulations, and a project specific test objectives. Okay, validate the functionality of the registration, login, and search features. As you can see, everything in here is related to for test strategies. I mean, testers will test out everything once everything is created by the developers, and add to cart here, and the payment gateway as well, it's here as well, and ensure that the website is responsive, compatible with different devices and web browsers. It is important, because you can access into the website with Edge, but you cannot access it with, you know, Chrome. So that is gonna be a problem for the customers. And functional testing approach, high level. Okay, the functional testing approach for the user project includes the following steps: review of requirement and user stories, creation of test cases and scenarios, execution of test cases, defect tracking and reporting. I have discussed all the 4 parts in our last classes, because we will obviously test out the user stories, and we will give out our opinions on them, and then we will write test cases and scenarios. We will the automation testers will execute those test cases, and we will, of course, our main job, which is to find defect, and we will have to track them, and we will have to report them, so that they get fixed as soon as possible. Web browsers and devices, the website will be tested on the following web browsers and devices. Okay, The website, we will test it out in different web browsers: Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Apple Safari, iPhone, iPad, and Android phones and tablets, Android 11 plus. Okay, in scope and out scope items. So this is an important topic. For this, let me show you something in Amazon. Okay, so for all, yeah. So suppose we have created this interface. We have created this, but as you can see, when I clicked into arts and crafts, now I'm going to buy something from this painting. Yeah, here. When I clicked on it, lots of products appear in my interface. Lots and lots of products which I may be interested in. I will look for the discounted ones. I will look for my favorite ones. So this part is done. I have tested it out well, and this is perfectly working. So I did not find any defect or any buffering or anything else. So this will be written in scope. Okay, in scope items include all features and functionalities mentioned in the project and release overview. Okay, so I mean in scope it will be written that feature and that function, it is functioning really well, perfectly, that was mentioned in the project. Okay, and release overview. And out of scope items include any features or functionals not specifically mentioned in the project and release overview. In that means when okay, let's go back there. I clicked onto arts and crafts. I clicked onto painting, but nothing is happening. I clicked onto beading and jewelry making, but nothing is coming into my interface. It is showing some problem. We don't know why it is happening. Why we cannot access into that page. So that will go to the out of scope items. Okay. And now high risk. High-risk areas in the Your Store project include payment gateway integration, user data privacy and security, compatibility issues with different devices and web browsers. Okay, test approach with objective system integration testing, user acceptance testing. These are different types of testing which we will do. We will learn all of this in our next classes. And then the test approach for the Your Store includes the following set. Okay, so I will not discuss it now. High-level test assumptions. Okay, high-level test assumptions. This is important. All right. So assumptions: all team members have the necessary skills and resources to complete the project. If you want to make a seamless, perfect, completely fine website software, then we must hire people with necessary skills and resources so that they know how to create the software, how to fulfill the requirements, and how to complete the project. Okay, so these are the assumptions. The website will be hosted on a stable and reliable server. Okay, these are the assumption dependencies. The website design and functionality will be based on the user stories and requirements. These are the dependencies. Okay, suppose who writes the requirements, who writes the BRS, who writes BRD, FRS, SRS, FRD, the business analysts do. So obviously the developers and testers are dependent on whom? BRS. Okay, so this is the dependencies. In the whole team, each one of the person are dependent on each other, so this is an important part. And constraints: this project must be completed within the specified time frame and budget. Okay, so the client gave us a specific time and he gave us a specific amount of budget, so we must complete that project within the time and in our budget. So this is our constraint. And now this was our test strategy, and now let's go to test plan. This was also created by the QA lead, assisted by QA team members, and then reviewed by the whole team, QA team. Also, their developers, architect, and business analyst will be there as well. All right, this is not opening. And approvers sign off gave product manager and development manager. Okay, introduction and overview. Okay, so in our test plan, give me a moment. Yeah, Also, in our test plan, it is like how our testing process will work. I mean, how everything inside the test team, inside the whole test management team, how everything, all the feature will be tested, or using what is using what server, or what tools the team will test out, and also their timings, their schedules, and their plans regarding the project, everything in here. But first they will make this is you can call test data. Okay, this is suppose test data. In this test data here you can see all the user stories, but first, while creating the test plan, in this test data part, it will be only a rough, just the name of the user stories, but nothing will be written broadly, because it will be updated later on, after you know go back to here. So as I say, test plan, and test plan is only created, but it will be updated later. It will be updated later. What did I mean by later? Suppose this is our test data document, and from first sprint something is written here, but we have whole page left, and second sprint two other things are added to be updated. It's just it will be keep fixed, or it will be keep updated when the project is being worked on. It's just that it won't be created in one day. It won't be created in one day. It will be keep updated whenever there's a new update comes along. And then test objectives are so as I said, they will test out this to ensure the website is functioning correctly and that all features are working as expected. Okay, these are the I'm not going to read out all, because scopes. We consider the registration functionality. I would identify the following sub features and possible scenarios for testing. Registration. Verify all the fields are visible with asterisk sign and correct name, and those are functional. In our first user story, I hope you remember, I have decided about the registration and what it will hold, and it will how it will be looking like to a customer, and how the process will tell him if what credentials are mandatory to put it out, and if it's giving any error, then what should the customer do. And then test schedule. So test planning will start from April 5, test design, test execution, test closure. Okay, everything in here has a schedule, and everything, that whole team will be working by this schedule. And then I discussed this part. And then test execution. Test execution meaning, after writing the test cases, automation tester will execute these codes or cases. Smoke testing, functional testing, and regression testing, each for each part. These are not the same. The defect management process for this testing effort will be as follows. Defects will be identified and logged using Jira. This Confluence sheet, it is also a part of Jira. It was created by Jira. Okay, defects will be assigned a severity level and priority based on their impact on the system and users. Okay, and now entry criteria. Okay, what is entry criteria? Okay, what is entry criteria? So before starting the project, before starting each feature, creating each feature, the developers will have everything ready till now, everything that was created till now. Okay, like the documents, BRS, user stories, everything he will be given just before making the feature, first feature. Just suppose sign up, he is gonna create the sign up in first sprint. So what else he's gonna be needing? He's gonna be needing all the documentations and everything. all the codes, all the test cases, he will be given everything. So the code for new functionality is complete and has been deployed to the testing environment. The test environment is set up and ready to use. Okay, and then the test case have been created and reviewed. Test data is ready as regards. So everything is here, will be ready, and it will be given to the developer. And exit criteria. All test cases have been executed and passed. Oh, exit criteria will be after creating the product, after the product is finished. I mean, after the feature is finished, sign up has finished, and then this is for the testers. This now it will pass on to the testers. Okay, all test cases have been executed and passed. Any defects identified during testing have been logged in Jira and assigned to the development team. Okay, developers has created a feature, they will give it out to the testers. Testers have tested out and executed and passed, but if they found any defects during the testing, they will they will again assign it to the development team that, hey, I found some defects, you should see it and fix it as soon as you can. And after that, the website is ready for release. All right, and now we have test deliverables. Yeah, following test deliverables will be produced as part of this testing effort. Risk and assumptions. Yeah, all of these are in test plan. So just to say that everything in here is not limited. A lot of new things will be added, updated, edited while we move on to our next features. It's not like that it will be like the one that I just showed you. It won't be like that, because all new things will be added in entry criteria, defect management, and everything else. So this is just a test plan which will be updated every time, all the time. And then I will discuss environment based URLs. Okay, dev environment URLs. Dev environment URLs, it is for whom? It is for the developers. Developers will create all of this. First, he will create registration page. Suppose this was created in sprint 1 using the user story 1 or BRS1. So let's go there. Okay, register account. So this is the why does it look like that? Because obviously they are making a software, they will be testing out with each other, they will be testing everything that they have created. So developers have created this part, this register, and then we have login as well. So developer, after creating this part, he's gonna notify everyone that I have created the first sprint 1's feature, please check it out everyone. Okay, and then the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. So this is the dev environment URLs. It's just that he will be making each features based on the functionalities and then he have a lot of requirements. He will create one by one, and then he will notify everyone who are responsible to test out these programs. Okay, after that it will move on to our SIT environment based URLs. Okay, so let's not move it on to there. So this is a test data. Okay, suppose yeah, this is a test data. Who will give us the test data? Developers will give us the test data to testers. Okay, and the testers will test out everything. After he has done with this part, the testers now will test out everything, and using the acceptance criteria, he will match everything. If the feature is matching with the acceptance criteria, if it is fulfilling all the requirements that it has. All right, and then after that we have our refinement session. Okay, in refinement session, as everyone have done meetings here, everyone have found out how much time and how much tools they're going to be needing, and they will discuss it here. So in this meeting, business will be there as well. Let me just write down client. Okay, so they will be discussing in this part their efforts and tools. Sorry, efforts efforts and tools. Sorry, time. I mean, how much time will it take for both the developers and QA testers? Okay, they will discuss here, and then and then in this part they will also give out their opinion, say, hey, this needs to be fixed, or hey, we should now update it. Then, as I mentioned earlier, test plan and test strategy will be updated all the time. Okay, and after that they will now decide which one will be created first. Sign up or sign in. Okay, and or which user story will go to the first sprint. I mean, sign up is for user story 1, sign in is for user story 2. What happens in this middle of time? What types of meeting held in the middle of these two meetings? Okay, just like the previous one, they will update the test plan and test strategies, and then after that we have our sprint planning. All right, what are the other names of this meeting? I mean, sprint planning. I hope you remember another name of our sprint planning is called backlog grooming. Sorry. And then what is the main goal of this meeting? The main goal of this meeting, it will be decided which user story will go to the sprint 1 and which feature will be created first. And suppose you are sprint planning regarding 3 user stories together. Contact us button, sign in and log in, both of these are same, so I think it's just a typing mistake. Sign up, I mean the registration. Okay, and then login button. Which feature will go to first sprint, which will be on second sprint, and which will be on third sprint? How do we decide it? So if you are making a website, as I mentioned, our first priority P0 is what? Sign in. But what do you think? Do you think that sign in we will create first sign in? What do you think? No, we will definitely not create the sign in one first, because it is true that the priority of sign in is the most important one, but while we are in our building phase, we will create the sign up one first, because if we cannot sign up, how are we going to sign in? All right, so this one will go. Sprint planning now. Okay, full team prioritize the user stories based on importance of the functionality. Which story should be covered in earlier sprint and which can be covered in following sprint? Okay. Alright, before starting a sprint, team across checks the entry criteria to get into the sprint. Okay, what is the entry criteria? Everything till now that has been created. Okay, the whole team will be requiring this before going to the first sprint, and then the team confirms if entry criteria is fulfilled or not. Test plan created. Yes, it is created, but it will be updated. It is created, then test data ready. It is also ready. Design document ready. FRS ready. All tools are ready. Jira is properly lined up. Alright, and now it is time for our sprint starts. So sprint for one sprint is for 14 days. I hope you remember from our last classes. Sprint 1 2 week, sprint 2 2 week, and sprint 3 2 week. Okay, and now first one for developers, second one for testers. Alright, developer starts coding in local PC based on user story. Alright, what do I mean by, so what was our first one? First feature was sign up, right? Sign up. So how he is going to code based on this, how he is going to make this. So let's go to Amazon, and then I'm going to sign in. Alright, start here as I am a new customer, and then I hope you all know, if I right click on this and I inspect, everything is shown here, mainly the coding part, okay, elements, and then the console and the sources as well. So in this whole part, we can see in which language it is written. There are several languages that will be written. There are, HTML, we have HTML, we will have CSS as well. Yeah, so if I click on this particular topic, yeah, I can see the whole part here. So you are seeing this interface in your screen, but it was created by this coding. Alright, so just let me show you one more time. These are the code that he have created, and so it has a URL. Okay, this is a link. So developers created this, and what he's going to do, now he have a URL for this user story 1 sign up option. Now he will deploys the code with dev environment URL. Okay, www.dev.yourstore.com. Okay, and he will first, I hope from our first class you remember, the first will be made the pen cap, and then the pen body, and then the pen pinpoint. Okay, just like that. First one will be first one he created the sign up, and then the rest of the user stories he will create everything, and he will just go on by this. There will be, he will put SIT environment, SIT, www.dev. After what dev comes, SIT comes, www.sit.yourstore.com. He have deployed the URL in here, and now testers will test out this URL. He will go to here. Okay, testers will test out if this code is running properly, if this code has any bugs or defect, and then he will go to he will test it out, and if the status says and if the feature is working properly, it doesn't have any defects, then it is passed. And then if it has any defect, any bugs, then it is failed, and it will be again go to developers. Then they will have to again do the same process, and then sprint 2, and everything will work just like the first one. And what does the manual tester do in this time? What automation testers do in this time, and what business analysts do in this time? I hope you remember what manual testers do in this time. Manual testers will write the test cases. Manual testers will write a lot of test cases. It depends on the user stories, and it depends on the software, it depends on the project. And after manual testers have done writing those, the automation testers will just, what are they gonna do? Execute those tests. All right.
Right? So we have here what does the manual testers do and what does automation testers do, and now what does business analyst do in this time? You might ask me that business analyst created everything. He created the BRD, he created user stories and sorry, not user stories. He created the BRD's product backlog, everything else. Then what he's going to do now? So he's going to be working on other user stories now. And just to remind you that while working on these three user stories, suppose developers is working on this one, he's creating this one, but he will also attend the meeting, the pre-refinement meeting of this one as well at a time. So it's not like that he will finish this one and then he will touch this one and then after that he will go to the third sprint. It's not going to be like that. They will be doing everything. They will be doing everything all together. Okay, all together. And as you can see, developers are working and then testers are working. And after that, after this phase, what comes? After this phase, we have our SIT environment. Okay, so what are these called? I hope we understand. I hope I mentioned that this thing that we all the team members works in parallel process. This will be called agile methodology. This is called agile methodology. Agile methodology. It is completely new, but before that, we had waterfall. But this process doesn't work on anymore. Now what works is this one, the methodology. But this one is a fast-paced system. In this part, we everything happens really fast. That's why the defects and bugs are more chances of the bugs of appearing. It is more, but in this part, waterfall, it used to be slow and it used to take time. That's why in this process, software used to be more bug free and software used to in creation in that time it used to take much time. Mm, mhm. What do we have now? Okay, so now another thing that you might ask me, testers here. Testers do the testing part here. But before that, testers actually test in their entire project. They will start their testing from dev environment. But before that, there was a lot of meetings. There was walkthrough meetings. There was design document. So testers were given out a lot of documents to check them to see whether they are comfortable with them or not, whether they were easily understandable or not for the testers. They used to assume the things, and of course it was in a meeting, and they used to talk with their teammates how they are going to test it out because they have previous experiences. All right. And then, um, okay, so thing that testers test by assuming, testing by assuming. Okay, this is called static testing. Okay, static testing. And in the meeting, those meetings, then they discuss their assumption, how they are going to test, and how they are discuss their static testing. These meetings are called inspection meeting. Okay, inspection meeting. And the testing that they do actually in real life, that they put effort in here, mainly in the URL. After developers put them into the development environment, testing will do the first do the test the testers will do the testing for the first time, and these are called these testing that they do without an assumption, using tools, using different languages. Those are called dynamic testing. All right. Sorry. Testing real testing. All right. Now, another name we have is that they are assuming their static testing in their meeting. So the in pre-refinement session. In pre-refinement session, they are discussing their everything. They are having meetings with other team members as well. So this is called verification. Okay. All right. Development environment, their environment, the testing they do for original, this is called validate. They first verify it and then they validate it. Okay, validate. In other words, validates or dynamic testing. All right, and in this part, they also discuss about their bugs, defects, because this is the most important part that they have to handle. They have to find out as many bugs as they can, because otherwise in SIT environment it's going to create some serious issues if they miss out on anything in dev environment while testing out the defects. If they are not able to find any defects, and after in SIT environment, if they other testers find out or other team members find out that the URL has serious bugs or defects, then they're going to be sued for real. So this is their responsibility to test the URLs pretty perfectly. All right, this will be on them. And then we have um, this. In our next class, we will be moving on to our original testing classes. Okay, we will discuss everything. We will be starting our testing classes on next classes. So this is everything that we have to know in this class, and this is just a more precise processes that were hiding inside each part that I haven't discussed in class one and class two. So I hope now it is much more clear after I have discussed everything and after we had our conference sheet as well. In our conference sheet, we will have everything. We don't have to memorize anything from this. We will be just keeping an eye on this, and by the time it will be all easily, we will understand which documents or which topics everything will be. It will be easy to understand for all of us. So this conference sheet is the first thing that we need to keep in mind and get a hold onto this task, because everything in this comprehensive is here is really important for us, for our job that we're going to get. And we will be the testers. So our main topic will be, our main goal will be test plan, test strategies, everything regarding the testing part. But others, such as department, what does he do and what does others do? We just have to keep in mind about those as well, because in interviews they're gonna ask us questions about other team members, other stakeholders as well. So While we are learning everything about testing, we must have to understand other responsibilities of other persons as well. All right. So this class, this is I need to discuss now. All the documentation will be given to students. All right. So class information about this well.